Yo, what's happening, man? This is RC The Trackaholiq right here on HHNS Hip Hop News Source. I got my man with me right now, Andre Roxx. We about to get into some stuff. What's happening,
Yeah.
Andre?
Hey, what's happening, man? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's been a long day, but and I understand that where you're at, it's probably actually nighttime right now, right?
Yeah, it's midnight over here, man. Y'all got me up late, but it's all right.
We got you up late. Okay. Sorry about that, man. We just try to get with you to chop it up. That's all.
Oh no, ain't no problem, man. Ain't no problem.
Dig it, dig it. So, man, I mean, like, man, I've been checking you out, man. You got, I see there's a lot of things going on. I mean, at first I would start with a light part of your history, which is formally you're a formal member of the Killer Bees of Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah. I left the group November of 2018.
November 2018. Okay, okay. Um,
Yeah.
and so the bigger part of your story is how you've been mixed up with somebody who had a crazy accident and kind of just to put it lightly.
Wait, you call that an accident, though? I mean, accident basically means unintentional.
Okay.
Can we an accident? Um,
Let's say incident.
Incident. There we go. There we go. There
Okay,
we go.
okay. So the man had a crazy incident who happened to have a very similar name to you.
Yeah.
First and last name, if I'm not mistaken. And
Uh,
that
no,
that
no. His name is Andre Johnson. His
okay.
first name is Andre, last name is Johnson. My name is Marcus Andre Johnson. So
Oh, that's okay. I get it. Okay, I got it. I got it. I
yeah, but it was basically it was a name mix up, man. It was crazy.
Now, did you know him personally at all?
Yeah, we had bumped heads a few times, man. But I mean, it wasn't something where he was like my best friend coming over to barbecues or anything like that.
Right, right. I got you. Now, one thing I was curious before we really get into this, Wu-Tang Killer Bees is that just kind of like the off branch of Wu-Tang, or is that
Yeah.
actually part of Wu-Tang?
Okay, so the Wu-Tang Clan
Uh huh.
is the original 9 members and 8 members after ODB died.
Right.
But you go back and each member had the opportunity to basically add on additional members. So all of the additional members were brought in as killer bees.
Okay. 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 I
You
got it. So how it works is like if somebody from the Wu-Tang clan uh, is appointed to have authority to bring somebody in as a killer bee with
Yes,
the approval of the rest of the clan.
yes, exactly. So they would bring somebody in basically under them. They would still be a member of the Wu Tang organization, but they're not a member of the Wu Tang clan. A lot of people get that mixed up, and I'll be honest, it's a confusing way of doing things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So you would be a Wu Tang Killer Bee, but not necessarily a member of the Wu Tang clan.
Okay, okay, I got you. I mean, because yeah, even here, like in the '90s, or here in Seattle, I'd have met a couple people that was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a killer bee." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." But from way over here, it sounds like, "Are you sure?" Like, but now I understand. I understand how that happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great way to push yourself and promote yourself, and at least with the crew that I got involved with, with the Killer Priest Capadonna, Ghostface crew, it was a great way to learn more about the music industry. You know what I mean? I think that
Right.
Wu Tang gives artists a great jumping off point. It gives them a great starting
Definitely.
point so to launch their careers. I think that there's a lot of cats that are, killer bees and affiliates right now that, it's difficult to step out from under that umbrella.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say, okay, I've had my time with them. They've taught me what I need to know. And now I'm moving on. And I mean, I won't lie, I even hesitated for a while to jump out of that umbrella and say, you know what, I'm going on my own as Andre Roxx. Because there's a lot of
Right.
benefits. there's a lot of benefits to having that big W in front of your name. You know,
Right.
let's be real here. You wouldn't be talking to me right now if I never had that big W in front of my name.
True that. True that.
At
Now,
some point,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just saying at some point, you know, you have to step out and you know, you gotta step out and stand on your own too. And you know, I was standing on my own too. I feel a long time, pretty much after that incident that you were speaking of, I pretty much had to stand on my own too anyway. So it was time for me to step out and really just be myself. After 2018, when my contract expired, it was just time for me to just branch off and be Andre Roxx.
Got you. When you were a killer bee officially, were you able to take like full advantage of that whole situation for yourself?
Oh man, of course I took advantage of it. I mean,
I mean,
anybody.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
No, I would say what I mean is like, you know, so it was working out well for you, like you took off.
At first it worked out very well for me. Up until that incident, it was working out very well for me. When that incident took place, things changed a little bit, and I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible here, but things changed quite a bit. And at that point, you know, from that incident in 2014 all the way up until the time I left, Andre Roxx pretty much was Andre Roxx. That having that W really didn't help me anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty much I was out on my own at that point. So yeah, it did. I mean, it gave me a good launching point for my career. It really did. It put me in the public eye in a way that not, you know, that a lot of artists struggle to get to. But at some point, you know, it had to be Andre Roxx. I couldn't lean on that big W anymore.
Dig it. Dig it.
That incident basically kind of jolted me into having to lean on the Andre Roxx name, the Andre Roxx brand, and my own skill set and my own talents to move forward. And it was a blessing in disguise. You know, it was really a blessing in disguise because that incident put me in a position where I really had to rebuild myself, had to rebrand myself without that big W as a crutch. And you know, it showed me that even without that name behind me, Andre Roxx still carries weight, still carries power because I work so damn hard at what I do.
Right. Right. So just to be clear for our fans that's watching, I mean, like, you know, if it's okay, I'd like to get into it a little bit so people understand what we're talking about. So so basically from what we gather is that this other Andre had an episode. He was on drugs, and basically, just to be totally blunt, did cut his penis off and jumped out of a 2-story window. And he
that's
said,
that's the story. That's the story. Yeah. I mean, I haven't, you know, looked to verify. So you know, and I believe what they say. But that's the story as it sits. Yeah.
He's verified it, at least on I think like Vlad or something like that. Something I checked out. Very interesting story. You know,
and he's verified it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I had a couple conversations with him, and he's verified it to me. So.
Okay, so that's interesting. You talk to him. We have to. I'll ask you about that a little bit later. But so yeah, like, so once this happened, and just a bizarre incident that happens to one guy, just because you got stuck with it, it affected your career. People didn't really want to. They didn't want to deal with you. I think I even heard you say that you know, on one of your interviews, they're like, so you're the guy who cut his dick off, and you really had, you know, somewhere in there you had to just deal with that stigma.
Yeah. So my face was everywhere because what happened was TMZ got the story wrong. So they put my name and face up there. And then once TMZ runs a story, everybody runs it after that. You've got, so BET got it wrong, all the way up to like CNN. Everybody got it wrong. And then nobody wanted to correct it. Like everybody was like, well, it's already out there now. And I'm like, nah, man, y'all got a story. Like, hey, man, because one thing you can't be in hip hop is the dickless rapper. You can't be. You can be a lot of things, man. You could be a gangster, murderer. You can be, you can talk about like rape and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not with that, but you can do that and still keep your fan base. But our masculinity is a huge part of our public persona.
Yeah.
You cannot be a rapper. And yeah, it got to a point where promoters didn't want to touch me. Couldn't get a label to touch me, couldn't get distribution, couldn't get anything. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my pockets got so thin, I was homeless for a minute, like literally sleeping behind a library homeless, because when the shows dry up as a musician, the money dries up.
Definitely, yeah.
It got to a point one time where I went to like local bars and things like that, and I couldn't even get $200 to perform. Now you got to remember, at my peak, I was getting, tens of thousands of dollars to perform.
Right.
So going to local bars in my old neighborhood, and these guys are like, nah, man, we can't put you on stage for $200.
Wow.
That put me in a really bad situation. And I'll be honest, the radio show is kind of what saved my life there at that point.
Right. Okay. Because one thing, and I also want to get into that radio show too. So because this story is it's like a two-pronged kind of thing, because it's about the responsibility of media and how they can affect people. Like when something happens, like and they're responsible, but if they make a mistake, that they're not willing to admit it or retract it or anything, and they're affecting somebody's life directly.
Exactly, and I think that the problem is people fail to see celebrities, people who are in the public eye, as human beings. They see us as fair game no matter what. So if the report gets messed up or mixed up, it's just something to laugh at. And people fail to realize that you're dealing with a real human being who still got bills, who's still, going down the street and having to deal with that ridicule and all of that. I think that we put this, we deify celebrities. We separate them from our own humanity, and that gives us an excuse to act inhumane, because we don't feel like we're creating inhumane behavior to a real human being, a celebrity. It's almost like pissing on a statue. Oh, well, that's just a piece of rock. You know what I mean? And we stop, and we don't feel like we're dealing with real human beings. And I think that's a real problem in our society.
Well, that's the sensationalism of social media and the way things move so fast. I mean, it's almost like cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even do anything wrong. You just got caught up in the whirlwind of part of my expression, but bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely right. And what's crazy about it is, if you think about the psychology, I think social media has really showed us the psychology of Americans. We will cheer for somebody to build them up, and then once they a certain point, then we'll tear them down.
Mm-hmm.
If they end up, if through our tearing them down, they end up dying or something like that, then we'll build them back up in their death as this hero. It's so crazy. We have this whirlwind relationship with celebrities, and I think that we need to start looking at them as human beings. I've been watching a lot of that have been going on lately. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to mention any names, but there's been a lot of things that have been going on in the news lately. And I've been wondering, if that was really you in that situation, how would you feel and how would you want people to treat you?
Right.
And you know, it, America is sick, man, in a lot of ways. America is
True.
really sick in
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah. Well, well, on the other hand, like with this story, it's also like a story of redemption and realizing your personal power without the W, without the killer bees, and having to just go on your own and just do what you literally had to do to survive,
Yeah,
only depending on your talent and your hustle.
yeah. It's you know, it's a beautiful thing because as much as an arrogant, cocky SOB, when I was with the Wu, I would brag a lot, but always in the back of my mind, I would think to myself like, "Yo, could I have really done this if Priest hadn't signed me? You know, if I hadn't been doing, you know, the tours with Eternal, if I just hadn't been at the right place at the right time." And after that incident, I was torn completely back down, and I had to build the Andre Roxx brand on my own, and it's given me a new confidence. I'm probably cockier than I was even back then because now I'm like, yeah, I built this thing again without the Wu. They tore me all the way back down to the ground, and I rose back up from the ground, and I'm stronger now than I was with the Wu. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've got a new cockiness to me because now it's not a question. I know I can build this again. I know how strong I am. I know how strong the Andre Roxx brand is.
That is a wonderful story, and it sounds like you just getting started.
Oh, bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This month there is a huge announcement that's getting ready to be made.
Okay.
It's made. Y'all are gonna you're gonna call me back and you're gonna want an interview because this is gonna be uh active. I'm over the last few months out here, man, I've made some straight up baller moves. So what you've seen so far, what you've been seeing and on social media and the interviews and stuff like that, that's nothing, nothing, nothing,
Really.
nothing. From now, you're gonna see something and you're gonna be like, damn, Roxas is oh.
Nice, man. That's good to hear. I love it. So look, we done talked about your past, man. So we know what's going on with that. Now I want to talk about your present. Now, one thing I saw most recently, you had a show called The Chamber.
Yes, I still have it. I'm still on.
Okay. Okay, so you're still doing The Chamber, and you're also a radio personality now, correct?
Yes, sir. The Chamber is my radio show. We're on
Okay.
5 nights a week. We're
All right.
syndicated through KYBN, WNIA. You know, we've got a couple stations, and the Chamber actually next month. This is a very small part of what I'm getting ready to do. The Chamber next month is actually going to television, and will be broadcast on TV Africa here in Ghana. So it'll be a television network as well. And we'll be adding a third hour, and I'll be adding a co-host to the Chamber to speak about African political issues.
Oh, wow. That's dope. I really like that. Okay, so yeah, so you wasn't lying. You got some baller stuff going on. So and you're in Ghana. You're in Africa.
That's a small thing, brother. That's a small thing.
Small.
When the announcement
Right.
that the change thing, that's just icing, man. That's icing. When the cake come out, man. I just signed the contracts this morning, brother. When the cake come out, you'll see. You'll see. And
Okay.
move I made, ain't nobody has ever done it before. Nobody has ever done it.
That sounds exciting. Now let me ask you a quick question. What brought you to Ghana? How long you been over there?
I came here in February. Actually, I came on tour.
Oh, okay.
More Plus Multimedia called me up and they said they had a tour package for me. They wanted me to tour. Uh, Believe it or not, I released a song in the U.S. and it didn't really do too well in the U.S. It was called Downfall. And I didn't really think it was moving too well worldwide. And then all of a sudden, I started getting all of these calls from Africa. I started getting all of these fans from West Africa. And come to find out, over here, Downfall was banging. Like, they were playing this on the radio like 8, 9, 10 times a day. It was banging. So I get a call from More Plus Multimedia. They had a tour package for me to hit. We were supposed to hit 6 countries. We hit Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria. We were supposed to hit Liberia and Sierra Leone, but then COVID hit. So we had to cancel Liberia and Sierra Leone. But yeah, I mean, Downfall like hit like crazy out here. And I didn't know, because out here in West Africa, they don't pay mechanical royalties. So I don't really pay attention to how many radio spins I'm getting in West Africa, because I'm not getting a check. But then all of a sudden, I like crazy fans out here. Like, it's bananas out here. Like, it's crazy. Like, can't walk down the street without people. Like, the other day, I'm in downtown Accra, and straight up, a bus driver in the middle of the street stopped his bus in the middle of the street, got out of his bus and was like, "Yo, Roxx, what up?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, you holding up traffic, man. What you doing?" His passenger is banging on the window like, "Yo, what's up?" It was, man.
That is dope, man. I love it. That's like, you know, that's one thing about like yourself. Like, when you get knocked down as many pegs as you got knocked down, man, you can never ever give up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I thought about it at times. I mean, even when that first happened, man, I was suicidal for a while, man. I mean, you know, thank you to a lot of my family members and things like that, man. I was at that point, and a lot of people pulled me out of that depression, man. Only time in my life I've ever been suicidal was during that situation. So, I mean, but now, I mean, I know how strong I am, brother. I know how strong I am.
Man, that's wonderful. I mean, like what a great new chapter to this story, you know.
Oh,
So you got chamber. Well, you got the chamber. You got a tour over there. You got clearly you have radio spins. You got your music taking off.
yeah, I got the clothing line too. We got the
Okay.
clothing line.
All right.
Yasimba. So you can check that out at yasimba.com. There's a shameless self right there.
Right.
We also have a travel agency. We started a travel agency to bring Black Americans to come visit the motherland. Right now, we're in Ghana, but we will be doing Nigeria, Togo, and Benin. So as soon as the COVID-19 situation lifts, we'll be having travel packages where basically you can get on our travel package. You pay $4,200. It's a 10-day tour, and everything is paid for. Your food, transportation, chauffeur service, your passport, your visa. Basically, you could get on a plane without $1 in your pocket, and you'll be just fine. And you'll get to see 10 different sites in Ghana. You know, everything is completely paid for. Nice hotel suite, the whole nine. Yeah, it's a dope little package. So Black Star Tours is on its way. As soon as the borders open back up, we'll be opening up our tour packages again. And then we also have, just on the flip side of things, we also have my school program. When I came here, I actually took all of the money made from the tour. I didn't keep a penny of it. We actually took that money. We paid the tuition fees for 2,000 Liberian refugee students to go to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's stuff you need to hear right there, man.
Yeah. So I still have the Andre Roxx Academy. That's the school program. And we'll be collecting for the fall semester soon. So I hope that people out there will donate because school is not free here like it is in the U.S. And there are a lot of brilliant kids who do not go to school right now. So I know I kind of crept that in there, man, but I want everybody to be aware that, you know, we need to be taking care of our brothers and sisters worldwide. And education is the key to a lot of that. So I'm hoping that when we open up the donations again, that people will donate. And we're also donating 5% of the sales from Yasimba as well as Black Star Tours. to putting Liberian refugee students through school.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm kind of overwhelmed. Like that's wonderful stuff, and that's what you're here for, man. So don't apologize for plugging that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to put this in writing and do an article so everybody can hit some links and get to everything that you're doing. We got clothing, we got TV, we got travel. Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, and something bigger is coming. Something bigger is coming. Something that's gonna make all of that look small is gonna be announced by the end of the month, man. So
Nice.
you know, we just getting we waiting for the ink to dry on the contracts. That's all.
Okay. So now look. This is HHNS, Hip Hop News Source. You know what I'm saying? You are an MC. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping maybe I could get a little something out of you. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it?
Since I'm in Africa, let me hit y'all with this one.
Okay.
Hey, yo, I can't. The same ocean the slaves rode in to gather the tribes and let these rappers know that the game's over. I laid low for a while, hoping that y'all would bring the heat. But fuck it, I'm back now, cocking the flamethrower. Burn, my OG status confirmed. Turn your paradigm to the side when I shift to the African terms. You want no Wahala? So come between me and my dollar, they'll require dental records to identify you. That's if they even find you. In international waters, from Flow Rider to Ghana, got alibi suppliers. So make with the CD, the Naira, the bankroll. Y'all still chasing green? My wallet look like a rainbow. Rapping the clothing, television, the politics, a bad son of a gun. Call me Mr. Hollowtip. Fire it through the silence of over continents. Eternal megalithic monuments display my dominance.
Dig that. Dig that. Andre Roxx in the building. That's how we get it done. Yeah. Hey, look. Now, do you have anything else new as far as music coming out or anything like that? What you working on with music?
We got something new and we got something old coming out. So about 4 years ago, after all of this stuff went down with Christ Bearer and all of that, I got into the studio with Arnez Hayes, the guitar player from the Stylistics and the Fat Larry Band. He produced an album for me. And this was at the time where I couldn't get anybody to touch me. So this album's been in the tank for 4 years now.
Wow.
So I'm finally in a position, now that I came over to Africa, and, things have just gotten a lot better for me. I'm finally in a position now where we can drop that. So me and Arnez, we've just been putting the final touches on some things, mixing and mastering. And that's going to be dropping real soon. I'm not going to give y'all a date, but I'd say within the next 2 months, that's going to be dropping. We just want to tweak a few things. That's a really dope album, and it's all live instruments. And of course, a brother's been recording too. So I am going to drop another album that is going to be straight hip hop, just straight bap hip hop. A lot of features from the brothers that we've met over here. I'm still trying to gather a few more people. I'm trying to get Stoneboy and a couple other of these rappers from out here on that as well. Okay. And that'll probably drop by the end of the year. So we're gonna have 2 albums dropping by the end of the year. So yeah, definitely, we're gonna keep it moving with the music.
That's good stuff. Now that last one that the first album that you mentioned, is there a name for that yet?
Yes, it's called A Dream Deferred.
A Dream Deferred. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's dope. Man, that's a lot more than we bargained for, man. You hit us with a lot today. I love it.
Well, catch me when I'm not in the middle of the night, man. You'll get even more.
Okay. Well, because honestly, man, it sounds like we gonna be getting back with you, man, because you're just like at the bottom of the launch pad at this point. You got a lot of good things about to happen. I personally see this as a story of like redemption and faith in self. You know what I'm saying? Trust in your own ability, and yeah. Because when I started watching, I was like, man, I was like, this. I mean, this is incredible. It's an incredible story. You know what I'm saying? You might want, man. You might have to make you a movie, man.
Oh, my brother. You know, that might be in the works. That there might be something like that. There might be something like that in the near future. It might be something coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Something big. But I'll put it like this, man. You never really know how strong you are until you're tested.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're being tested, you question your own strength. It's not until you come out of that situation and you look back and reflect that you start to realize how strong or how weak you were. And right now, I'm actually very, and I know it probably sounds braggadocious or whatever, but I'm very proud of myself for having come out of this situation.
Oh, you
and
should
looking
be.
back.
You should be.
Damn, most people, I know most people could not have done that. I mean, most people, I know people who break down when a rumor gets started and it just gets around their family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a rumor getting started and you're seeing your face on, magazines, on the newsstand. You're seeing your face on TV. When you're walking outside and people you don't even know are spreading these. I got Roland Martin spreading these rumors and stuff like that, man. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
And just to look back and see that everybody tried to stop me and I'm still here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe TMZ did it intentionally, but I do believe that TMZ intentionally would not correct the story.
Sure.
And CNN and USA Today and BET and all of them, like USA Today still has the story up incorrect on their website today. Like, I checked it this morning.
Wow.
And just like look around now, like I got I got 2 cribs, both of them in Africa. I've got my radio show. I've got a lot of businesses starting and running. Got a lot of things that I'm doing for other people that even the last time we spoke on HHNS, my life wasn't looking like this. And just over the last few months, I've had the opportunity to reflect and say, damn, it took a strong MFer to come through all of it.
Yeah.
And then I can look in the mirror and say, yeah, that's the strong MFer that did it. And there's a point of pride there, man. There's a point of pride there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, man, we're going to let you get to sleep, man, or do whatever you're doing tonight. I'll be honest with you, and I'm saying this on air. This is my first interview on HHNS. And even reading your story, like, I was inspired by you because you were talking about how you just kind of jumped into hosting radio and stuff like that. So I was really looking forward to talking to you and just hoping that I didn't, do anything crazy on here today. But
and I think the audience will enjoy it as well, man. I appreciate that. But don't be inspired by me, man. I mean, I hope you never have to go through a lot of the things that I went through, man.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want none of that. But
no, brother. I don't recommend it, brother.
Well, we're gonna let you go, man. Man, we appreciate you so much, Andre Roxx. You know what I'm saying? A story of redemption. Doing big things. We're gonna get back with you again, and so we might have to get on that travel program and come see you next time.
Oh, brother, anytime, man. I'll hook y'all up with the hip hop discount.
Definitely. Well, man, we're gonna get up out of here. HHNS, RC The Trackaholiq, Andre Roxx. Peace out.